Okay. Yes. You should tell us about yourself in your voice.
My name is Reginald. I go by Rick though. Call me Rabbi. Call me Rick. Call me what you like. I have two children, two boys, Raphael, Nasir Hill, and Raj Adonis Samar Hill. And I have a wife. I'm married too. Just to put out there.
I can't talk right now. I'm doing hot girl. Being good, I'm a bad.
Y'all got the audacity to be intimidated by a bad mother queen.
Women are even stronger when we work together.
Look how far we've come from having no voice to being on the brink of making history.
Do you have like different teachings for each child? Like I know you know them. I know they're not the same, but like
Nah. I mean, not at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, I think it'll be like more appropriate. You know, because right now they just kind of do their thing. And really, though, actually, that's kind of a lie because Raj don't understand the stuff Rafi understands because obviously, you know, Rafi is older. So when I'm talking to, so basically like Rafi earlier, I was trying to get him to get something off the ground, a hanger. But we never really told him what a hanger was, you know. So I was like, you know, the hanger was right in front of him. I'm like, you know, by Rod's feet, get it by your feet. So he getting Rod's feet, trying to get everything. You know what I'm saying? So instead of me just being like, don't worry about it. Like I got up and I showed him. I said, hey, this is a hanger right here. He was like, okay, hanger, cool. So he gave it to me. So it was another one on the ground. I was like, so go get the hanger over there. And then he went and got it, brought it to me. I said, what is this? He said, a hanger. So now I'm pretty sure he knows because he retains information like really good. But my point for saying that is like I do that type of stuff intentionally. You know what I'm saying? It's like teachable moments. So because he wanna help, he wanna know stuff. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with my youngest son. He in the stage now where he's starting to be like, okay, I want to do stuff too. So he like to put stuff in the trash, like just because he'll see me do it or see his mama do it. So if we every time we get done changing the pamper, he run over there and he'll put it in the trash, right? So we kind of had this system, like we started with Rafi. After he throw something in the trash, you know, we clap. Yeah, good job. Give him a high five.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, so
they like being praised.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They like it's the acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? So he'll go to the trash can and he looks for that. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as he put it in there, he looking back like, did you see me? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I give him 5 and he go on about his day. You know what I'm saying? It just make him happy because he learning the world. You know what I'm saying? He like, okay, I finally can do some things now. So let me exercise this. And it's just figuring it out, you know. So yeah, with him, I have to be a little more attentive and try to catch on and see what he really doing. You know what I'm saying? So I can help him out or let him do it on his own or whatever. You know.
I like that
So
you
yeah,
said
it is
like
different.
teachable moments because I feel that's something important that parents should pick up now. Like everything shouldn't aggravate you, and children can't be expected to just know what a hanger is if you never told them what a hanger is.
Exactly.
So you have to really like take time and show them little stuff and get them excited about learning. So that's really dope.
Do you feel like when your first son was born, you said you got 2 sons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When your first son was born, that being a father came instant? Because you know, with moms, it's like an instant click. But some dads don't feel that same, you know?
Oh yeah. It's definitely
was it instant?
Yeah. And it's just like I mean, obviously the child is gonna be attached to the mother for sure because he know her heartbeat. But it's also a fact too that the child recognized the father's voice too just from talking and listening inside the womb. You know what I'm saying? Inside the stomach. So that's why like it is important to talk to the child once they get to a certain amount of months to actually like get down by the belly. You know what I'm saying? Talk and do all of that type of stuff because that's recognizable as well. And just like those moments like skin to skin when you place the baby on you, that type of stuff, like they'll be able to recognize that it's you. But it's I can't think of the name of the part of the brain. Hey man, I was a long time ago when I seen it, but it was basically saying um that kids have this and they develop it in their brain like according to how they're being nurtured. You know what I'm saying, in the relationship that they building with this person, and typically it's like it's stronger with mothers, and they didn't think it was possible for it to be like stronger in the father, but it is possible. And I can't. I mean, that's like basically irrelevant because I don't remember what it's called, so I don't. Even, you don't even have to talk about that. But yeah, though. So I do. It was instant for sure because I had that passion anyway, just to like it's my kids. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody don't feel like that. You know, everybody don't react the same way, but
Nope.
yeah, I was like, it was good. I remember when I was in the hospital when he was first born, like I wanted to pick him up, but I just was like, can I grab him? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that moment of still not really realizing what a child is. Like, this is my child. I can do whatever I want. Like if I want to walk out the hospital right now with the kid, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I'm asking the nurses, like, I can pick him up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was instant for sure. Like my kids, they daddy's babies. Like
They
100%.
tell you both of them. Both of them.
Like I can't do nothing. Like I'm surprised I'm back here right now. I thought they were gonna be beating on the door. You know what I'm saying? My son was though actually before we got started up because I was back there. I had to lock it, and he was like knocking on the door crying. When he first woke up, that's the first thing he said. Dada, dada.
Kids love their fathers though, cause y'all be doing the crazy things that the mom and them don't do. Cause I know I'm not about to be lifting no baby up. You ain't about to get much out of me as a mother. Like you better go extra daddy. You better go ride him like a horse. Cause I ain't no horse.
Joy, you don't
I'm
know
gonna
that.
my child.
It's gonna be different.
Nah,
your daddy, your friend. I ain't your friend.
Nah, you are the friend. It's a balance though. You know what I'm saying? Like males are more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So we like to play, we like to be hands on. You know what I'm saying? Like women are more nurturing, you know. Not saying that men can't be that, but just like instinctually, that's just how
it's a balance.
So we like to be physical. We like to, come here. And even if you look at animals and stuff, like when you see like lions and stuff just randomly like on the Discovery Channel, they like play fighting. And to me, I'm like they tripping. Even dogs and cats and stuff, but they just be playing with each other. And I be looking at it like me and Rocky, like, he liked to be, it sounded stupid, but I was gonna say he liked to be punched. not like, not like, you know what I'm saying? Not like Rock, he don't want to be Rock, but, he liked to be like roughed up and just played with. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. Especially now he watching. He all into superheroes, so he watched Hulk and Spider-Man. So Hulk got this thing when he said like Hulk smash. That's his move. It sucks. But Rocky be running around the house talking about Rocky smash. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just what he do. So yeah, kids like that. And then I got boys. So
yeah,
naturally. We're gonna do our thing.
So
We're
since we're talking about nurturing, do you feel like little baby boys should not receive a lot of love from like their parents? It don't matter about mom or dad. Like when I say love, I mean like physical hugs, always
you mean
under
affection?
you. Yeah, affection. That's what I mean. Yeah, love. Like that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's too much? Or
no?
Like you can give a little guy too much? Or
no? Never. I don't even understand that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I guess, okay, we live in a hyper masculine world. You know what I'm saying? So everybody want to be Mr. Hard Guy. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, you never hear a person say, I'm hard. You know what I'm saying? But everybody want to be hard. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's basically what I'm saying is like, it's society's view on a man. You can't be vulnerable. You shouldn't be doing anything that's considered to be weak. You know what I mean? So it's like, when you think about stuff like that, the first thing we want to do is like make our kids grow up too fast. Stop that crying, get up. I'm talking about
Oh,
1 year olds, like
I was
get
just
up.
about to say that.
What they be saying?
You a
Just
boy, you can't cry. Stupid
You a
stuff.
boy, get up.
just the little stuff. You ain't hurt. Like, how can you really tell this man that? Like,
Right.
this dude ain't even been on the earth 365 days. Like, he ain't hurt yet. Like, he can't hurt. Like, he fresh out the womb. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I definitely think it needs to be a lot of affection because, like, even now, I'm real big into like therapy and all of that type of stuff, and just watching that type of stuff. So, I be watching a lot of people, men and women, that be older, like 30, 40 years, 45, 50. And one thing they never forget is if they parent or when they parent don't say I love them or never said I love them. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time it be the man. You know what I'm saying? The father. Like me and my father, we had a great relationship, but we never said I love him. You know what I'm saying? And that means something because they're showing that I'm like that the man is able or capable of having feelings and showing them. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously we all got feelings. But like
Right.
we especially black men, you know what I'm saying? We taught to be hard. Gotta bring them
Suppress
down.
those emotions. You're not
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
show those.
yeah. You can't show that. Depending on how you grew up, but majority of the men, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be weak, bro. Like at all costs. So no matter what you're going through, you gotta suck it up and keep rolling. You know what I mean? So I think it just comes to that. Because I mean, my pops don't really say I love you a lot. You know what I mean? But
But
I
you
know he
know.
do though. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. But he do say it though. He done said it like on a couple occasions, but it's not like a every day or well, we talk every day though. Like my dad literally called me every single day.
And that's a part of showing you that he love you. Like just the phone calls. I'm showing you that I care, that I want to talk. I don't feel like it needs to be said because it
All
was
the
understood. It don't have to be explained.
I
Mm-hmm.
think that sometimes you want to hear it from your parent, especially.
Yeah.
Were you and
I
your
mean,
dad affectionate with one another though?
yeah,
Like,
for sure. I mean, it was in his own type of way. See, everybody got ways that they kind of show it. You know what I mean? So his way, was more of an action type of love type of guy. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to I'm gonna tell you this all the time. So we would do things together. Like,
mm-hmm.
come on, let's go wash the car. Let's go fishing. Let's go hunting. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. So and men are like that naturally though. It's like it's more action
Mm-hmm.
than
Mm-hmm.
me just expressing it and saying it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So we
Like your
we just
mother
rather
would.
like yeah, we just rather like show you like okay, come on, boom, let's go do this, let's go do that. All right, boom. Oh, you straight? You got your money? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's ways of showing you I'm taking care of you. So it's kind of like that.
So V, since you're a mother to a baby boy, I had to say baby. I cringed because he's not a baby. V.
He is a baby.
He's a man. Um, how do you feel about showing affection? I mean, I know it comes natural for a mother, but how do you feel about showing affection to your son? Like, do you feel like that's gonna make him softer? Well, first off, I guess the better question would be: is your son's father in his life to show him that that balance, to have that balance of
Um,
affection and hard?
his dad is not at all affectionate. Like he has his ways of showing affection, but to answer the first question, I don't mind. He's literally always under me. Like always. I'm hugging him every time we walk in the room. I say, come here. And I told him yesterday, I was like, you gonna sit on my lap? I said, come sit on my lap. He said, I'm not a 3-year-old.
Okay.
Okay.
You think he is though.
But still, like that's how affectionate I am. Like if I'm chilling in the living room, he back there playing a game and he just happened to walk up because he thirsty. I'm like, come give me a hug, like, and I already done seen him, but it's like I'm just like, okay, just come, come give me a hug. He be like, okay, like, but he don't mind because like he's been with me for 7 years, it's been me. Okay, so if I'm affectionate and this is what he knows, he knows, like, I guess because I'm so affectionate, I'm always affectionate with him. It's like, he's just adapting to that. Like earlier, he was sleepy. I know when he's sleepy, so he laid down and he like I moved my hand. I had my hand on his chest and I was scrolling through my phone. And I moved my hand and he put my hand back, like like back on his chest. So he doesn't mind affection. But like, I don't know, like at the beginning, when they're in the learning stage, it's like 3 to 4 when they're like actually, well, not retaining, but when they're like, repeating everything. It's like he was doing, like, he would see me doing stuff, and then like he would try to do it. Like I think I was putting on some lipstick one time, and I was like, no, I had to tell him, like, this is for girls. You don't do this. And he was just like, okay. But he used to me, like, we had no problems. Like, he's all boy. And then like I have like 4 brothers and my daddy, so it's like he always, when Colton was first born, before he had his kids, Colton and they like, there was his main man. He loved his Uncle Reggie. So it's like he was under men, like he was shown love from men, but I don't mind it. And then like Sunday, y'all remember when I texted y'all and I was like, what y'all want to talk about Sunday? That lady drove me. She told me, that lady literally told me stop. I was giving my baby a hug. Like I just had him laying on me. That lady said stop. Y'all, I went
What
home.
lady?
Hush.
I said,
That
what
lady
lady
told me
that?
stop. I was like, no. Like I literally said it just like that. And like how when you get mad, you start like boiling and stuff. I think I talked about that before. But I be boiling when I get hot. I mean mad. Like I get so hot. Like, why would you say you start hugging my child? I was so drunk. So
Wait, who told you this, Lita?
Just hush. So I had so Sunday I had typed out a big post on Facebook, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna post it. But then when I was going back to post it, it didn't say. But I ended up messaging like 4 different dads, and I asked them, and I was like, do y'all show y'all's kids affection, or do y'all like limit it because they're boys? And all of them was like, no. And then one dude was like, you never know how long you're gonna be with your kids. So he was like, he just showed them as much love as he can, like, while he can. But he was like, he showed tough love when he needs to. Like, he'll ask me if he okay, like if he follows something, but he won't like, he'll, how kids are. Like most of the time, like y'all said, they just like to be praised. But he was like, he's hesitant to get him up, but like once he up, he asked him like, is he okay and stuff like that. But that I asked 4 people, they all said the same thing. And then it just like, I was like, so this must be a real topic because y'all know I asked y'all this Sunday. And then like, they had the I Am Athlete podcast come out like that Monday, like talking about men and their mental health and expressing themselves and stuff. And I was like, this must need to be talked about,
Yeah.
And then I seen somebody else talking about it on Facebook, and I was like, dang, I should have made my post. But I had thought about something like what I wanted to do for like men. Like I always like, since having Colton and dealing with everything, and I realized that I think I'm supposed. I feel like I'm supposed to be like into mental health and stuff because I went through so much. I feel like I went through it so I can help other people. So like, but I'm always more focused on the men. Because I know, like a lot of people don't care about men. And then like I was dealing with a dude who was just so mentally unstable, and like he went through a lot growing up. Like we grew up with both our parents. He only had one of his parents, but like his mom showed support but not love. You know what I'm saying? Like he was an athlete, so she was at every game, like every football game and stuff like that. But when it comes to like, showing the actual love and affection, like he didn't get that, and like he didn't understand. Like I used to tell him stuff and he just didn't understand. But like, how you can kind of tell how people like grew up differently and stuff. So I always try to help with that, but he always looked at it as me judging or something like that. But so I thought that's what I was supposed to do, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Like I give love, hugs. I'm like a touchy person. Like I like physicalness, so I don't mind it.
Do you feel that? So you said she showed support and not love, and I think that is like so common. Like so many people so many parents have shown their kids support, but they thought they were showing them the love that they needed because their parents showed them support. They didn't
Support.
really show them
Mm-hmm.
what love was.
Right.
So at some point, somebody has to recognize that this is support and not love, and
Right.
like break the cycle. That was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the word right there. Support and not love.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I just want to kind of touch on what you were saying about the one guy who said even the tough love thing, right? Like at some point where, kids, you have to just allow kids to just be kids.
Mm.
Period. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be tough, bro. It's a child. Whether it's what I'm saying, a boy or a female child, or a woman, a girl child. It don't have to be like, get up. You know what I'm saying? Because even still, that's just like a societal norm.
Mm.
You hear me? So that's why like we be pushing that narrative, you know, because like we think at some point still though, you a man, but you're not a man yet. You know what I'm saying? They're not a man yet. So we try to grow them up still too fast. Even though it's not, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's like something that would hurt a person, but at the same time, I do think it'll close off certain areas, that should just be like I said, it could just be a moment of you showing them, okay, let me embrace you real quick. Like, let me really just make sure you
Mm-hmm.
are all right. Because you basically making them say, okay, figure it out,
Mm.
1 year old. Figure it out, 2 year old. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fall, but you got it. You got it right. You know what I'm saying? When
Mm-hmm.
it's too early for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too early,
Do you
in
think
my
tough love?
opinion.
Do you think tough love is ever needed though? Like at any age?
Tough love. See, this is the thing. Tough love, if I'm just thinking about it right now, it don't really exist. Because I mean, if you think about what love is, period, love is a multitude of things. You know what I'm saying? So if I love you, I'm not gonna let you do certain things. But that
Mm.
don't mean I'm being tough in my love. That just mean I'm showing you love. You know
Mm.
what I'm
But
saying?
people can be like, I'm doing this because I love you. The most of the time it's never
Yeah.
nothing good when they say that. Never nothing
No.
good.
No, you're right. But love is not. It's not really a thing though. Because like you said, if I'm doing this because I love you, you don't have to explain that really. And really
Mm.
you can though. I think it can be explained and still be okay. Because sometimes they might really not understand it. You know what I'm saying? So somebody might say, hey, why can't I go over there? Or why can't I do this? And you just tell them, hey, you might feel like, I'm being hard on you or chastising you or whatever the case. But it's literally, because I love you so much, I see things you don't see. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna allow you to go and do whatever X, Y, and Z. But I don't think it's tough love. It's just love. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we can't
Oh
like
yeah.
break it off into these different things. But that's what we like to do: make up stuff for ourselves and say X, Y, and Z because it sounds good. But it's really just love in general. You know what I
But
mean?
I think they probably call it tough love because they don't see it.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like the kid or whoever, they don't see it as love because they want to do it so bad, and you see what they don't see. So I guess that's how I got the name because they looking at it from a different view as you. Like they upset with you because you won't let them do what they want to do, but you're not letting them do it because you love them.
Mm.
nah, but
So,
like even with the tough love though, most of the time it's something different than that. You know what I'm saying? Like the circumstances is more what could you say? Like somebody like even like whooping. You know what I'm saying? Like whooping a child. You know what I'm saying? That is something that could be considered tough love. And they saying,
mm-hmm.
well, I have to physically, show you, physically cause harm to you or whatever because I feel like, and it's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this is how to get you to understand that you shouldn't do this. But really, like my opinion on it is this: like whooping a child is kind of it's temporary. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Because I got many, many, many whoopings when I was a kid. Like I got a lot of whoopings.
And
But when
still
my mom
did
and
it
them wasn't
over and over
around,
again.
yeah, I just went and did it again.
You
You know what
never
I'm saying? So
explained to me what I was doing wrong. So you were just whooping me.
oh, they did, but it was like this. And I tell you not to go
I
over
was just about to
the
say
one
that.
more time.
It was
You know what
broken
I'm
up.
saying? So and really this like I was watching something or listening to something like last week. It's a philosopher. And he basically said once you humiliate a person,
Mm.
you destroy their chances to learn. Even if you saying something that's valuable. You know what I'm saying? So and that's
Mhm.
even for adults. If I'm in a relationship and I'm telling my wife, screaming at her or yelling at her something that is completely valid. If I'm demeaning her in the process,
Mm-hmm.
she not gonna be able to process that information.
Right.
What I'm telling her, she just gonna feel humiliated and like, well, I don't care what you're saying because how it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same
Because
thing
you're
with a
younger than
child.
me.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's the same thing with a child. Like, why would I learn from you if you really hitting me? And really, it's like with my son now, my youngest son, he kind of like a little rebel. You know what I'm saying? Like he do stuff and he look at you. So like, I don't whoop my kids, but like depending on, I'm not gonna say sometimes I don't get like kind of like rough. So I might be like, Rod, chill out. You know what I'm saying? He come back and do the same thing I just did. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have emotional IQ, you're not gonna be able to recognize that he's just mimicking my behavior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even when like I don't whoop my children like actively, but I done pop rocket before, just out of like a reflex. You know what I'm saying? And I got whooping, so naturally that's my first mind to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you tripping? Let me whoop you. So I had to kind of get out of that. But even when I do, I immediately apologize to him, even at this age. You know what I'm saying? And he understand that. Like, I look at him like, I'm sorry. And he'll give me a hug and you know what I'm saying? He laughing and we go on about our day, you know?
That's good because I think a lot of men have been conditioned to think that being quote unquote rough or somebody being abusive to you is okay or normal. And it's really not. Like there's other ways to communicate with you. Cause it's even I know we talk a lot about abusive relationships and it's typically the man being abusive to the woman. But a lot of women are abusive to men. But they've been taught that, oh, that's cool. Like your mama whooped you, your daddy whooped you, you know. If a woman hits you, that's cool, that's okay. But it's really not. And um from a young age they've been groomed to think that it's okay to be hit instead of just having a conversation about the actual issue at hand.
You gotta understand your child. You really the thing is we become parents and don't know nothing about kids.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like so before I was a parent or when I knew I was about to become a parent, I read a couple books, you know what I'm saying? Not like a lot, maybe like two, but I actively looked up information to try to find out how the child mind develops. You know what I'm saying? And what do they really know? Because a lot of times we whoop kids for things that's really our fault. You know what I'm saying? So like if I put something right here on the edge of this thing, this couch, a glass of water, and my son come and knock it over, like or grab it, like is that really his fault? Or is he just being inquisitive? You know what I'm saying? And just trying to figure out, okay, what is this? He didn't know that it was water in there. And even if he did, like he not thinking about, oh, let me be careful before I waste it at
Right.
one. You know what I'm saying, bro? But it's they call that preventative parenting. So like making sure you putting things like that out of the way. So you don't have to be put in situations like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's a lot of information out here, but unfortunately, in our community, we not necessarily taught about these things or exposed to them. We just got that. We was all I'm pretty sure raised on what they call authoritarian.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I'm the force in this house. Be quiet, you're a child. Listen, that's all you do. You know what I'm saying? Well, really, it should kind of be like 50-50 kind of. And even like though you already know what the kid gonna do, you allow them to feel like they choosing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just always making that forcing that decision on like you want this or you want this. Okay, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Rock it. Or do it, eat it, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
As
So,
a
yeah,
when you became a parent
my
of
bad.
a boy, did you decide like certain things that certain aspects of how you thought parenting a man was that you decided that you were not going to do? Like, I'm going to parent my child in this way. I'm going to make sure he learns
Uh,
these things or feels these things.
one thing I was on was like the not whooping my child. That was the first thing. Secondly was to show more affection, you know. And thirdly, was just to nourish their gifts.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Nurture, not nourish, nurture their gifts. So like if I see them actively doing something that they might like, like especially something creatively, you know what I'm saying? And even if it gotta be creative, it could be Rafi might be some type of math genius or something. You know what I'm saying? So if I see him being able to matriculate numbers at a young age, then I'm gonna put him in another, like a course to excel that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the same thing with, like I know I can already tell now. I make music. He and my other son, but he be singing and stuff after I do it. He got like rhythm, even at like I think it was like probably like 8, 9 months. I got a video. I was playing some music, and he was just in the car like on beat, just like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to give him some lessons or something like that, whether it be drums or whatever the case, but just something to try to so he can figure out what
What do you
he want to do early. And another thing too, when he gets older, like coming into high school, I'm gonna start imputing different ideas about okay, where do you want to go in the future? You know what I'm saying? Really, probably before that, but I think when I was in older, my whole thing was my mom and the whole thing was like go to college. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go to college. We gonna go to college. But I didn't know what I wanted to do though. Well, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to make music. You know what I'm saying? But they was just like, they whole thing was they was just pushing college. And I ended up not graduating, but I did just like re-enroll in college like a couple days ago for full sale for music because I basically got like a year left, and I'm gonna finish that out.
Oh
But
yeah.
just to what I'm saying, just to see what they want to do way before it's time for them to make that decision over a summer. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I'm.
Right. And
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
they was
So
talking about earlier when I was watching the podcast. They said that they wish they could have exposed, well, they want to expose their kids to different things other than sports. You know how they always
Yeah,
pick
because
us to go straight for sports, and like B was saying, he was like, he wanna if his kids might be into art or something, or like
Right.
he want
yeah.
to make sure they get exposed to different things besides football. Like he was great for football, but he was like, it's other things out there, and he just want to make sure that they're expanded. Like and nurture what you see. Like kids, like they gonna pay attention, and if you really pay attention to your kid, then like now they say what they're good at now naturally is kind of what they eventually will do. Oh, when we get older, we explore more and figure out more, and we, just venture out and forget
Hmm.
what we like or what we can actually do. So that's what I try to do too. I try to, like my son, he's naturally a nurturer. Even not even with the affection, like he can hear a baby crying and he'll like go get the pacifier. Like he could be playing his game, but if the baby crying, he going over there, put the pacifier in his mouth and going back about his business. And if he around, like people was hollering and stuff, oh my God, he can't stand to hear. Like even older kids be hollering. He'll look at me and be like, "Mama," he was like, why? I'm just glad you don't talk to me like that. I was like, how are you already figuring this out? Like I do fuss, but it's not like he knows the bad words, the words that are appropriate and stuff like that. And he's not like he's not into all of that. So like, and then like with me, it's like I said, it's just been us for 7 years. Like he's always with me. So like I have to like I don't mind like being affectionate and stuff, but I'm a woman. He's a boy. So I try to make sure that like I show tough love because I don't have the male. So I have
exactly.
to, like it's just a discipline thing. Like even if it's something small, like I tell him don't do something, he do it. I'm like, okay, you're not gonna get on that game for the rest of the day. Like he crying and stuff, and like I don't
Exactly.
really
But see, that
problem.
ain't
I
tough
don't problem
love.
that much.
That's just
But
discipline.
well, yeah, but you
You know what
don't
I'm saying?
expect it from the mama.
It's
And then like I
nah,
mean
you
I
do.
disciplined him, but like he never really was a bad kid. And it's like cause he wasn't bad. So I never had a fuss. So like now he's older and just,
Def-
learning, talking back, not talking back, but like asking questions. Well, he is talking back. Talking back
defiant.
and
You just naturally defiant.
yeah,
That's how
so it's
kids
He's
like
are.
if
trying to
I tell
test
him
the
something,
waters.
if I
Hmm.
tell him something, he'll not do it or something because he's not used to me being that authoritative mom. It's just been
Right.
like we childish. We play. He act
Right.
just
Right.
like
Right.
me, and it's like okay, I gotta tell him this, and I'm like okay, and then it like frustrates me because I'm like, dude, like I'm, like I'm trying to do
Hmm.
this. Like I realize that a whole breakdown last week. I'm like, dog, I really been doing this by myself. Like, I'm just tired, like I'm tired. Not really tired, but it's like I'm
No,
tired.
you are tired.
I'm
You
tired.
tired.
Not
Just
really
like,
tired.
cause I don't
You
mind. I'm
tired.
not tired of doing it. I don't mind.
I
That's
we
my
we
dude. But it's
understand.
like, oh, like
You're doing it by
dog.
yourself. You
Yeah.
trying to
It
play
ain't no
both
joke.
roles.
It ain't no
And he
And
joke.
getting older too, that defiant stage. It's like, dog, I'm not gonna whoop you. I can't whoop you. I'm not gonna whoop you. But like, why you just ain't listening? That's the thing. Like, just listen. Like, just listen. Like, come
Did you
on.
just
Like,
listen?
just
Yeah,
listen. Like, I
bro.
literally be talking to him just like that. Like, why you just can't listen? And then when I get the voice, the hard voice, like he start doing the cry face. I'm like, dude, come on now. Just listen. It's always just listen. And I start feeling bad. It's a lot because it ain't too, like they say it balances it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can go to
Yeah,
one for
yeah.
this, but it's me for everything. And it's just child, it's a little road, a
It's
little rocky
hard.
road.
I can't even imagine, bro. I can't even imagine, dude. Like me just having my kids by myself, bro. Dude, that's hard because it's a challenge even with two parents. You know what I'm saying? Like even
Mm-hmm.
just having two parents in the house, it's still a challenge. So like just imagining one person doing that and trying to fill all the roles and the thing is, just naturally you're not gonna be able to do that. And you know that. I know you know that. Like as far as like the father, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like it's not gonna happen. Just like I can't be a mother. You know what I'm saying? But what I can do is just be my best, my best self. And really
Mm-hmm.
that just that's the most important thing before anybody else, before entering any relationship, is to try to have yourself together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because if you're not whole, you're not gonna give nothing
Right.
whole to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So it
Right.
like way before we even got into this conversation, I think it was Porsche.
Mhm.
Is it Porsche or just Porsche? No.
Porsche.
Okay. Porsche. You were saying something about uh I think it was about kind of like this, like basically the whole point is like how we'll end up taking out our aggression and tired us being tired as just parents and adults and trying to adult in the world, period. We
Mhm.
come home and we bring that to
Mm-hmm.
our children. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I could be gone for 14 hours, right? Because I drive trucks, so I could be gone 14 hours. Even though I'm not doing nothing that's physically exhausting, it's mentally exhausting because like
Mhm.
I'm driving for like 11 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta literally just focus my mind on holding this big truck in the road. So when I get home, I sit down, I'm mentally exhausted, and they come out, in the physical as well. So I'm gonna end up being short with my kid, or I can end up being short with my kids. You know what I'm saying? And even with my wife. So she might do something since I'm already tired. I end up taking it out on her
Mhm.
or taking it out on the kids, and that's why I end up yelling. But when I come home, I 9 times out of 10, I don't really be on my phone like that. I put my phone down. Me and my kids, we play around. You know what I'm saying? For however long they want to play, and I try to give that attention out because it's what we want to do is just come home and just get on our phone because it's like we don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we just want to sit and be,
Mhm.
but it's impossible when you got kids because they demand it, and they
Mhm.
honestly they just like they deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Attention because they didn't actually be born.
Mm.
You feel me? Like we
That's
brought
a
them into
whole
this
nother
world. So
conversation.
yeah, you
Ooh.
gotta give them that. They are owed that. You know what I'm saying? And when they do, they gonna end up being way better anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be crying and doing all of that pouting because they actually getting that attention. That's why they crying anyway. You know what I mean?
You guys have thoroughly pushed me away from wanting to be a parent.
What?
He
What?
said he got to put his phone down. I don't want to put my phone down.
Wait
Like,
a
No,
minute.
but that's cool. That's cool. You gotta be honest though.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You should be
it
honest
just
with yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
it is making me feel like V said she try to show love and affection, and I don't think I'm there yet.
So
Right.
you
Like, I
don't
mean,
want to
I
be a
know that
parent
it's
at all,
probably
or
gonna
you feel like you
come.
have more work to do?
Yeah, and I know it's probably gonna come once my baby is actually here,
Right.
but I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe I'm selfish because he just said a whole lot. Like you gotta come home from work and then come home to. I don't know.
But right
I
now,
don't.
you don't have those responsibilities, so of course
Right.
you're gonna naturally feel selfish. Cause see, me, I'm over here like, but I know that when you get children, your whole mindset changed. Like you would
Literally, like it just you don't even know. You just like dog. When I first had the baby, my mama made me send him to the nursery. But like, cause she was like, you can take these 3 days off to sleep because you ain't finna sleep. Like I was like, just I ain't never had no baby before I had my baby, but I wanted my baby in the room with me. And that's just a natural instinct. I ain't know what to do with no baby. My mama was right there, but I'm just like, I want baby to be in here. She was like, send that baby to the nursery because you're gonna have the rest of your life with him. This 3 days you get to sleep. But it's just like even when I got home, it was just like if I heard one thing, I'm jumping up. So like for some, it's an instinct. Like you just instantly flip. And you might be like that, Joy. You never
I
know.
feel like Joy gonna be like this.
No, she definitely gonna be like that.
She
You know
didn't
what I'm saying? For sure.
y'all didn't psych Joy
But
out.
no, but look, this is what I'm saying. Like I said, honesty is the best policy. Is that a thing?
Mhm.
When people say that?
Yeah.
No, for real though, because like you shouldn't jump into it. You know what I'm saying? When you
Thinking
not
it's
ready.
about to be easy.
Yeah, because people
Woo.
actually say retarded stuff like, "Oh, I got baby fever." Look at that baby and their mama together. That's so cute. I made me want a baby, but it's not that simple. That's retarded. And people be serious. Like, bruh, no.
I be
You
serious
feel
when I
me?
say
Nah, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Not really.
He said
Because
right.
no, but not really.
You're right. I be like, dang. But that's why I
but
keep a lot of babies. I be keeping babies.
but
You can take them
but
back.
that's why, like I said, it's important to have these conversations with experienced, parents,
Mm-hmm.
because I think the biggest takeaway is to make sure that you are emotionally aware, of who you are. You try to get over any mental illnesses you may be dealing with, whether it be like depression or you know what I'm saying, all of that type
Ooh,
of stuff. Because
yeah,
man, it's hard.
Ooh,
I'm
Lord.
telling you. Like
it's
when you
hard.
try to have a child and
And work on
when you
yours
try to
at the
be
same time.
present and work on yourself. Yeah. It's
Mm.
possible. I'm not
It's
saying it's not
possible.
possible. You know what I'm saying? But it is a challenge. And some
Ooh.
people, it'll break you. That's why people
Ooh.
end up that's why people be so low they end up giving their child away. You know what I'm saying? Like here, I put my child up for adoption. Imagine what it takes for a parent to do that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because
A
like
lot.
a lot of times as the child, you just see straight neglect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes the best thing you can do for something is give it up. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't necessarily be there for it. You know mentally like, bro, if I'm with you, I'm just going to abuse you. I'm just gonna do X, Y, and Z. Woo, 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 woo. Now, I'm not saying you should do it at all, but it's
Look
it's
at
a
Joy.
thing. Like
Girl, I needed this conversation.
For real.
Joy ain't
it's
Humans don't
going back.
stop being human
Joy
when they
said
become
no.
parents. Like I'm
nah,
still
heck
human.
no.
I still have the same issues that I had before. I'm just somebody's
Right.
mama.
And don't go
Yeah,
through
bro.
depression. Don't go through depression. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I was depressed
All right, baby boy.
for 5 years straight,
Come on.
like with coaching. So y'all imagine how that was. And I was not how I am now, mentally stable. Oh my God, y'all. I can tell y'all, I cried. And let me see, my first year not crying every day was I think 2019. Like for 18, 17, I cried every day. I ain't playing. And imagine him like, and that's why I was like, dang, maybe he a crybaby because he seen me cry. He done seen me everything. Like, and ain't, like, and I just feel like, now that I'm stable, it's just like dang, and he ain't gonna forget it. He
Nah,
not the
heck
type to
nah,
forget nothing anyway. But kids, they not gonna forget that. Like, man, I just be
nah.
like,
They're not gonna
dang, this
forget
boy
it.
done seen me, dog. And even last year with the virus and I lost my job, my anxiety was so bad, he already
Mm.
knew. He could look in my face. Like, I had to pull over one day. I just had a whole panic attack. He looked at me, he's like, please don't cry, please don't cry, please don't cry.
Oh,
Then he started telling everybody, you get on the phone, my mama was crying. And why do they need to know? Like
because
just
he can't do
everything.
nothing about it. And
Like
so
just
he
Trying
want
to get
he wanna
somebody to do something.
yeah, like
like what
he
you
wanna do
telling people
something.
for? I know
But
he got to the point where he got tired of me crying. He just be like, not again. Like it just was like
I can't talk right now. I'm doing hot girl.
Being good, I'm a bad.
Y'all got the audacity to be intimidated by a bad mother queen.
That women are even stronger when we work together.
Look how far we've come from having no voice to being on the